say sharing is important. How does our website, the indianexpress.com, get people to maintain a two-way, as contributors, collaborators, whatever?
What do you do now?
So right now we're just pushing news towards the people. We don't ask them to talk to us. They talk to us in their comments.
Right.
That's all.
And what are the comments like?
Well, they're pretty dirty.
Yeah.
So we can't give them free speech and go there.
Right. And that's the problem, right? I used to defend the comments. Comments are the people talking. We should have. There's just, pardon me with my language here. There's just too many assholes. Right? There's something I think about the early days of the net. Suddenly now, there's a cork taken out of a bottle, right? And these spirits come out. We all talk about it. And so, I can be nasty to the whole world now. Right? This is again a process of getting norms down. We have to find out new ways to try to learn how to be polite with each other. And part of the problem is that we encourage the bad behavior. Right? When there are people who don't like me, I don't know why. But when they attack me on Twitter, other people will come on Twitter and say, fight, fight, go look at that. And I say to them now, is that the kind of internet you want? Really? Right? Is that what you want, is just to have nothing but fights? Is this a schoolyard? Or is this going to be a civilized place? So comments, it turns out, are a bad format, I think. I'm not saying we should kill them. We should recognize the limitations. And the first limitation of comments is our editorial ego. We wrote our story. We finished our story. Now we will allow you to comment on it. Right? By the way, we're going to leave and go to the bar while you're doing that. We don't really care what you say. We're done with our work for today, right? And so what happens? So they go nuts in the comments. It's not a great format. The higher form of interactivity, I think, is collaboration, which is what you're talking about, right? How do we get people to work with us to create something better together than we could alone? Right? Now, part of that, then we turn around and we say, that's crowdsourcing, and we're going to make the public do our job. And the public really says, no, I'm busy. I don't have any reason to do that. But if you do it with thinking through the mutual benefit, then you can, I think, find a lot of ways to collaborate. So, example. All my examples are American. Well, I'll give you one British. The Guardian, of course, put up the MP's expense account documents, which had been redacted with black pen all over. They didn't know what was really good in there. So they just put it out there and they said to the public, hey, you help us. And they did, because they wanted to know, because it was juicy stuff, and there was some thrill of the hunt. We reporters know what that's like, right? In the US, after a bad hurricane, before Katrina, there was federal money that was misspent. And a newspaper in Florida got, through Freedom of Information, a huge pile of documents about where the money was spent. They looked at it and they said, we don't know what to do with this. So they put it online, they put a search engine on it. So you could put in your own address. And it would say, this is what the federal government said happened near you. Did it happen? In 48 hours, they got 66,000 searches. Because people cared. It was their money, it was their neighborhood, it mattered to them. And the paper enabled them to do something about that. People then came forward who were experts in various fields to offer them help. Architects, engineers, accountants. There's a great picture. Florida is where we all go to die. So they all have hair of my color. And there's a great picture of this whole crew of these experts, and they all have hair of my color, right? It's Florida. But it was really kind of nice. They all wanted to help the newspaper help the community. I think that the highest form, well, there's another issue of our business efficiency going forward. We can't afford to do everything ourselves. As energetic as you are, as amazing as you are, you're covering a nation of more than 1 billion people. You can't know everything. Sorry to tell you that. Right? But what you can do is start to create platforms that enable people to share what they know. And when that happens, that's not going to do the whole job. Not by any means. Right? It's going to bring out things that we couldn't get ourselves. It's going to lead to stories. We as journalists then need to say, how do we add value to that? The highest value we can possibly add is to report, to ask and get answered the questions that aren't in that flow of information, right? We can confirm facts. We can debunk rumors. We can give perspective. We can coordinate people to help. These are all journalistic functions.